Yo, what it do, it is your boy J-Rod, and we are back popping with the crew. And today, man, we are going to be going over Game 1 of the NBA Finals, which happened on Thursday. By the time this video comes out, I do believe it will be Saturday afternoon. And, man, what a Game 1. What a Game 1. I was in and out of it a little bit, I'm not going to lie. I got pretty much all I really needed to see from that game. It's good to see we didn't start out with a blowout like all these other series have been. I don't know where to start though, because there's a lot to say. But I mean, going over the box score, you can see here Jason Tatum struggled. He did better in the fourth quarter when it came to playmaking and getting guys open. But when it came to a shooting night, it just wasn't his night. So it was very good to see as a Boston Celtics fan that we were able to get a victory on the road with Jason Tatum shooting 17% from the field. I mean, that's huge. Al Horford, big game, hitting three-point shots. They were leaving him open. They were disrespecting him, and Uncle Al provided us in that second half. Rob Williams did his thing. Jaylen Brown was hooping in the fourth quarter. Jaylen Brown was the main reason why we got back into that ball game, because he was just making all these mid-range shots. He had a one or two threes, I believe. They were both, the 2 of the 8 that he made, I think at least one or both of them were made in the fourth. He was able to get to the mid-range shot. He had one nasty move on Draymond Green where he hit him with that, went back and pulled it. It was disgusting. Had a nice couple playmaking plays as well to Rob Williams. Nice lob up to him. Marcus Smart did his thing. Derek White has been absolutely terrific ever since he had his baby. So shout out Derek White for that. He's really turned his three-point shooting game around. I mean, went from someone that was almost a liability from the three-point line, and now, the past at least 4 or 5 games, he's been shooting phenomenal from the three-point line. And this was definitely a game where we needed Derek White to hit the threes. Him and Al especially, because Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown couldn't really get to fall. So big shots by them in the fourth to get us back in the game. Peyton Pritchard had some big, momentum-shifting moments as well in that third to fourth quarter. And, that's really what I got to say there. And then the Warriors, Steph Curry was absolutely cooking, had 21 points in the first quarter. I think a lot of that, though, was just bad rotations by the Boston Celtics and it was bad defense by the Celtics. You'll see when I play the highlights video, just terrible defense, leaving Steph Curry wide open for three. At least 3 or 4 they had in that first quarter were wide open. And then he shadowed out a little bit in the fourth quarter. Klay Thompson hit some pretty big shots, but for the most part, he didn't really have a great game. Draymond was god-awful. We'll talk about that. Fourth quarter, just, turning the ball over. I know it says he was 0 for 4 from 3, but I felt like at least 2 or 3 of those was because the shot clock was going down and he had to put up a shot. So I really feel like if Draymond wanted to, he wouldn't have taken the amount of shots that he actually took. But I think a lot of them was just because, hey, I got to get a shot up. We can't get anything open. But, Draymond was not very good at all. And Andrew Wiggins was pretty good, but they didn't really look to him on offense as much as I feel like they should have. Jordan Poole struggled. Otto Porter was big for them. He had some big-time shots to help Golden State Warriors go up. Andre Iguodala, I was surprised to see him out there. I thought he was still injured, but apparently he's all good to go. He did better than I thought. As soon as I saw Iguodala get out there, I was like, okay, Iguodala from the past, we all know what he's done in the finals and what he has produced as a playoff player. But, the age has got to hit him at some point. But he looked pretty good in those 12 minutes, man. He looked pretty good. So I was a little bit surprised by that. There was a couple times on defense where he looked a little bit slow on his feet. And, it's not that he was necessarily a bad defender. He's just so old that, it's hard to keep up with these younger guys like Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Derek White's not really that young. But, a lot of these guys that could take you off the dribble. But Iguodala, he did have some pretty good production out there. So that's really all I got to say for the box score. And then getting into the game here, I'll sort of go over some other thoughts I have. But, I know this is just the beginning of the game. But that fourth quarter, man, I think we went on a 17-0 run in the fourth quarter to get ourselves back in the ball game when we were down in that fourth quarter. And we just turned things around. The Warriors couldn't do anything on offense. We were starting to hit shots. Derek White was big time. And what you're going to see, too, with some of these clips by the Celtics, you can see how much our offense has developed over the season. This is okay, before I get into that, this is the one point I mean, though, by Steph Curry being open so much. This is just bad defensive communication by the Celtics. As soon as I saw a couple of these happen in the first quarter, I thought we were screwed for this game. We got Tatum, Smart, Al Horford, 3 guys who have no clue who's supposed to pick him up. And he's just wide open, terrible communication. Smart thinks it's Tatum, but then Tatum thinks it should have been Al. Personally, I don't know. I mean, Tatum was closest to the ball. I feel like, you know, who's ever closest to the ball has got to pick that guy up no matter who your assigned guy is. I mean, that's what happens in basketball, miscommunication. No, I'm bouncing back and forth a lot. You'll see in the second half that the Celtics, not only do they pick up on their defensive communication, but they move the ball so well. Like, the way the Celtics were moving the ball was just, it was poetry, man. It was almost like watching the Warriors offense, but the Celtics use it, where there's a lot of off-ball movement, passing, off-ball screens. It was great. You know, even with Jason Tatum struggling, he had a big impact of that ball movement and really trying to get the assists and those hockey assists that led to the buckets from Derek White, Al Horford, Jaylen Brown. Also, what you'll start to see is by the fourth quarter, the Warriors look gassed. I mean, when you look at their team, they got a lot of guys, Curry, Clay, Draymond, who are up there in age. And it was kind of, you could see it a little bit in this game. I don't think it's going to be like that the whole series, but, you know, these guys haven't played a playoff game in over a week now. And the Celtics, you know, that's why I think sometimes getting too much rest can sort of be a liability in the playoffs, because although you're going to be healthier, you may not be as, you know, ready stamina-wise because you had that full week of not playing at the highest level. This is another thing, though, just bad communication offensively. I mean, defensively. You got Peyton Pritchard. He's trying to... This is what makes the Warriors' offense so effective. This is what I was saying in my last video. If you guys haven't watched it, it's up there. Of what I'm worried about in this Golden State Warriors offense. And it's these, you know, quick slip screens, off-ball movement, things you don't expect to happen. And, you know, they were both looking on that slip screen, and it gets Curry wide open. And there's Derek White, man. Absolutely lighting up from 3 this game. It's only a bucket you all game, man. Actually, one of the 2, sorry. Daniel Theis. I liked how we played Daniel Theis, too, switching up a little bit. I don't expect him to play. If there is, like, game 6, 7, I don't expect him really to play in those later series, but I do like, you know, bouncing in Daniel Theis, especially to, you know, give guys like Rob Williams and Al Horford the rest they need while having a center out there. Oh, my God, bro. Dude, I love watching Jaylen Brown's hesitations. You know, when he sets up his shot in the mid-range game, it's just so beautiful to watch, dude. Because that's just something that you could tell that you work on hours in the gym. That's just not something that, like, comes naturally, you know? That move is just absolutely tough. Alright, we're not really going to watch the full thing because everything that I went over, I kind of went over before we started the video or the box score. I really just wanted to show those open looks that Steph Curry had. Oh my God. Oh my God. See what I mean, dude? Oh my God, that mid-range setup was a thing of poetry, man. Yeah, this is the run where Jaylen Brown was just going crazy in the fourth. He was getting guys open, hitting the mid-range shot. But yeah. If you guys enjoyed this video, drop a like, turn on those post notifications, and subscribe to the channel. Please and thank you. I love y'all, man. Have a good one, and peace.